Rivers State Governor Wike has stated that the APC federal government's fight on corruption can only be taken seriously if it prosecutes indicted persons who siphoned resources belonging to Rivers State government.
Part of the problem we have had is the police. Not only in terms of election, but even helping us to do certain things. For example, most of the panel of commission of inquiry that was set up, that came up with the various reports which we handed over to police for them to implement by arresting certain persons. Police will not do that because they believe that those people are in authority.
Governor Wike said that documents and evidence from the State Judicial Commission of Inquiry have been transmitted to the police and the anti-corruption agencies, but no action have been taken. Speaking during the court's visit by the members of the Okpoko Club of Nigeria, Equerry Lawyers Worldwide, on Tuesday at the Government House, Port Harcourt, Governor Wike said that the sale of Rivers assets was done in a manner to defraud the state. He said majority of the assets were sold to Sahara Limited in a very questionable circumstances as determined by the Judicial Commission of Inquiry.
Olympia was sold to Sahara. I think here it's owned by one of our brothers. The gas turbine, 70% only built, was sold to the same person. The kidney island was also sold to the same person. So you can imagine that.
According to him, the sad aspect of the transactions by the immediate past administration was that it paid back $50 million to Sahara Limited on the allegation that the company loaned the amount to the Rivers State government.
In fact, part of the money that was sold, that they said they paid to the state government, they said they paid about $309 million. If you look at the account, $50 million was also paid back to the Sahara. So I would now ask, how come $50 million was paid to your company? They said, oh, that the state, they loaned the state money. I said, where is the document to say you loaned the state money? When did it become a bank to loan state money? $15 million withdrawn from the account back to Sahara. And you can see the way people will just sit down, manipulate the entire system. And then when we send the report, the police will not do anything, they're an authority. But just to let you know that as far as we're here, we will do everything to protect the interests of the state.
He directed the State Attorney General to commence the process for the unilateral implementation of the recommendations of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, since the anti-corruption agencies have refused to act.
Very scandalous, very fast. I've just told the Attorney General to take steps that will not allow all those things. We must have to stop them, retrieve everything that we're supposed to retrieve, because enough is enough. We can't continue. We cannot in daylight rob a state.
On interventions in the construction of federal courts in Rivers State, Governor Wike said that his administration is interested in advancing the cause of justice, hence the diligent investments. He said that the National Industrial Court will be completed by January 2018. He said despite the hostilities of the Court of Appeal, the administration undertook to remodel the Port Harcourt division of the court in the interest of justice.
In terms of Court of Appeal, for me, it has nothing to do with whether they like the state or not. But if you are from this state and you pass that place, that Moscow road is quite appalling. You go to the court, so we are carrying plastic, lawyers are carrying plastic. For me, I say that, look, of course, which has been the habit of federal government to neglect the state. You cannot say that there's any federal government presence in this state today. So what do you do? Would you say because they hate you, then you hate yourself? No, so you have to do something. And that's why we said that, no, we cannot allow this court to be like this. And we have no regret. We'll continue to support the court. Whatever, of course, must we win all cases? It's not expected that we should win or we will sit for justice. So we are not, if there's anything we should support the court tomorrow, we will not relent, continue to support the court. Look at the industrial court. It's in Yenegua. 80% of the cases of the industrial court in Yenegua are from all River State. So you can see how the logistic problem people will face from here going to Bayelsa and Yenegua to conduct industrial matters. So we believe, God willing, the way we are moving on by January, we believe that our court should have been ready.
On the statewide development, Governor Wike noted that his administration has visible project presence in 22 out of the 23 local government areas of the state.
The only local government I know today that we have not done anything is Omuma local government. And we are doing everything possible to have a presence in Omuma. There's no one local government, not one, that will say we have not, they can't feel our impact. I challenge that local government. Name it from Boni, name it to Asaritoro, Degema, Kokotoro, Antonio Popo, name it to the Honorable Gori area, down to Orashi area. Is it Abua, is it Aoda East, is it Aoda West, is it Obwebema, Ndoni? Is it a Che or Mewa? I don't think that's not local government. Or Krika, or Ogubolo, or Igbo. No, that's not one. That will say, look, government has forgotten us. Not one. So out of the 23 local governments, we can say that we're 22 local governments.
Earlier, chairman of Opo Club Nigeria, Equerry Lawyers Worldwide, Chukwuma Chinwo, lauded the River State governor for investing in the revival and growth of the judiciary in the state.
The judiciary where we work, that's our main farm, was shut down. But we're very proud that you came. And not only did you open the courts and the House of Assembly, you have returned the administration of justice to its pride of place. We are now happy and proud that we are lawyers. We appreciate the work you're doing in the infrastructural development of the judiciary, particularly the federal courts in the states. It used to be a matter of great embarrassment and worry.
He stated that the achievements in the area of education, health, roads, infrastructure have changed the landscape of the state.
We also want to appreciate your infrastructural interventions in this state. In less than 1 year of coming to office, Your Excellency, they did that 5.4 kilometer road in a way that we can't be grateful enough. I'm saying that to say that that is a sample of what you have done. I'm sure that people from various communities, Rumo Lumeni, other several communities in Akbo, Atalia, Limbu, Rukboku, Igruta, Obunabali, Woji, Rumo Krusi, to Igruta, and several other communities.
They assured Governor Wike of their support, noting that they are proud of his achievements as lawyers.